Hello and good evening, everybody. Rob Gearing here, owner of Trafficleads2incomeVM and leader of Team Massive Success. And I'd like to welcome you to our Wednesday night webinar. It's almost 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. We've invited a lot of great folks. So hopefully we're going to see a nice gathering tonight for our topic, the Law of Reciprocity in your online business. I know that's a mouthful. So we're going to break that down. I think you'll find it very useful, very helpful, very informative, maybe a different way to look at marketing. So I dug this out of my archives from 2016, and I'm going to go completely off the script, no notes, just from my mind, and hopefully it will go just peachy. Hey Gail, how you doing? Gail, make sure you share, hit that share button so that you share that out with your Facebook friends, because we'd be happy to have them. Just let them know if they have any questions, they should come back to you. Make sure they join under your link and all that good stuff. So we'll do our usual disclaimer, but glad to have you here tonight. So in the meantime, I think I'm going to do my share. I'm going to try to talk and do my share at the same time, and watch who else comes in, as we're about 4 minutes away from start time. Let me go to my Facebook here. I finally figured out how I can share. I just go on my phone into the live stream and share it, just like you. So it took me a while to get that. And that looks like me right here. Okay, good. So let me hit share. Share. I see Gail said, "Hey Rob." And let me write a post. Let's talk about the law of reciprocity in your online business. Oops, I misspelled that. S-I-N-E-S-S. I saw somebody just came in. Who's with me here? Simon. Hey. Mike Dell. Hey. So go ahead and hit share. Guys, if you want to do what I'm doing, I'm just saying let's talk about the law of reciprocity in your online business. One attendee will win $5. And I'm just going to say $5. I'm not going to mention uphold because this is going to my big wall. So I think everybody who's a friend of mine will understand $5. They may not understand uphold, so we can get into that later. So let's talk about the law of reciprocity in your online business. One attendee will win $5 post. That's going to go on my timeline. Okay, there we go. And I got 3 live here. That is awesome. Let me close my phone down. And yeah, Mike Lipsy, welcome. So make sure that we've done our share, and that's a live share, so that we get people, it'll pop up right on their news feed. If you go ahead and you share that to your friends, they're just going to see that pop up, that you recommend them to come over, and we hope we can give them some good information. And tonight's topic will apply to online business, offline business, and life in general. I'll try to tie a lot of different angles here with the law of reciprocity. I like this real basic stuff. Because when you go real basic, people can apply it to all kinds of walks of life. And I think there's a little something for everybody in what we do in our businesses. They just scare people off a lot of times for scam reasons, or for it's just a bad reputation sometimes that online marketers have, networkers, people that work from home. Though everybody now, for the most part, is working from home with everything that's been going on in the world. So if you've just come in, please say hi so I can see you're here. Plus, that'll qualify you for the drawing for $5 to your uphold. So I thought that was a cool prize, and I wanted to tie in uphold because I've started paying commissions in uphold. I actually paid somebody a $300 commission in uphold, which was really nice. But then I'm looking at uphold, and you have so many options with your money. You have every currency in the world. You have just about every cryptocurrency you can think of, and then you have things like stocks, And then you have things like gold or silver. But it was real cool. Like I'm looking like Disney stock or Facebook stock, or I could pay you whatever in any of these ways, which is pretty incredible. So I love Uphold. I was looking for a referral link. Hey Janet, how you doing? Welcome. I was looking for a referral link to Uphold, but I couldn't find one in my on my iPad, which is where I access Uphold. I've had trouble getting into it from my phone and from my desktop. So if anybody has a formatted link for Uphold, I'll put it in the downline builder. I just don't know if they even have a referral program, if there is a referral link. I didn't see anything in my Uphold back office about that. So if you know anything about that, shoot me a private message in Telegram or Facebook or wherever is easier for you, and that would be really cool. Okay, so and then I guess I can figure out the rest. I'm curious what their username is, because I know a lot of the business in Uphold is done via the email address. All right. Anyway, make sure you've done your share. We have no time to go. Actually, it's 8:01. So, and it looks like Billy. What did this say? We had Billy coming in. Approved. That was great. Okay. Hey, welcome, Billy. You are being added to the live stream. So it came up. I guess Billy's not part of the group yet. So it came up. To approve him, and now it's saying adding, which I have not seen before. So that is awesome. So before I get started, I want to make sure Billy went in okay. Let me approve him to the group as well before I get cooking here too much. So hopefully you guys are okay with that. Oops. My screen just did a split. So let me bring that back to, and there's Lisa. Do you want to stop going live with Billy? They'll still be able to watch the broadcast.
Yes, I could.
Okay.
Yes, I could.
Okay. Hey, is this Billy?
Yes, this is Billy.
Okay, so you're up actually on the screen with me. So that's probably not the best way we want to do this. I don't want to throw you out there into the in front of everybody on your first webinar. So I'm going to go ahead and click this button. It says continue without guests, but you'll still be part of the live stream, and you'll be able to type in any kind of comments and stuff. But it's awesome to have you, Billy. Super great that you made it.
Thank you.
Just hang on one sec.
Yeah.
I don't think this won't disconnect you, buddy. All right, hang on. All right, so that should work.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, I think we're back to normal there. All right, that's really cool though. Huh? Wow. Oh, I'm not sure if you guys all saw that, but that was, I love that kind of stuff when I learn something kind of live. That's really awesome. Okay, so Billy is a guest of ours. Billy came into our Telegram group. He's been a member of Traffic Leads to Income VM for a little while. I think he came in through our Traffic Co-op though, under Rob Willem. I let Rob know. I think you came in under Rob Willem. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. Yeah, no, I think I'm thinking of somebody else. But one of our Traffic Co-op participants for the MSF 500, I believe is the sponsor for Billy. I just can't think of it right off the top of my head. But Billy came into our Telegram group as part of our process. So member of Traffic Leads to Income VM, came into our Telegram group, and now he's here at our Wednesday meeting. So this is the perfect flow, ladies and gentlemen. This is really what you want to do. And I'll keep in mind that we have a guest tonight. So we want as many new people as we can have, because that's the whole process here, right? It's bringing people into the business, explaining that MSF 500 can earn them up to $500 commissions, how that works. And maybe Billy, we can get together after this meeting, we'll get to Telegram, and then we'll get into the conference room, and maybe I can explain and go over some things with you. So some really good stuff though. It really shows how this all works and how it can work, and maybe it gets everybody's creative juices flowing in terms of how do I market my list, my new team, my prospects, to come into this and get some information. So we're going to talk a little bit about the law of reciprocity in your business. But speaking of business, Traffic Leads to Income VM is busting out all over. really amazing how many new members are coming in, and a lot are coming in as prospects through our traffic co-op. So we know it works. We call our big presentation, our big package, our big product, MSF 500. So everything we do leads to that decision, to that choice point for folks. And we're not making this an MSF 500 meeting tonight. We'll maybe do a little bit of explanation maybe after we go through the topic. But we're seeing tons of leads coming in that are prospects, because our traffic co-op does not produce leads, it produces prospects. That's the quality of people like Billy that come in. So we figured out the traffic formula, which is one of the hardest things. We have a funnel in place that works, so it obviously pulls people. It pulls people into Traffic Leads to Income VM, into Telegram, into our conference room, into our Wednesday night meeting. So all you've really got to do is engage and communicate with your prospects, with your downline members. Use the information that they have provided you. If somebody has provided you with a phone number, they want you to reach out to them. It's not that you are chasing them. It is the fact that they gave you information. I'm doing this with my pencil. They gave you information. They are giving you the exact express rights to contact them. So because they don't know anything about it, what they filled in, even emails go so far, and different things that they see in videos go so far, but it's really hard for people to gauge what something is about. So the more we get with people, the more we engage, the more we use all of our resources, the better all of this becomes. So today was a great day in Telegram. We had some really great action, Billy being one of them. I think Billy was from Rob Willem. I mentioned that earlier. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure now that I had that right as I first stated. So that's really cool to see Billy pop up in Telegram. We had others pop up, and then I also we have a kind of a new viral mailer partnership with Antonio, and I'm probably going to mispronounce Ethereum, the Ethereum viral mailer. And I don't think that's the complete name, but it has Ethereum, which is a cryptocurrency, in the title. So Antonio inspired me for this topic that I went and dug out of the archives. If you're not a member of Traffic Leads to Income VM, please get back to the person who invited you. You may have got an email that says, where do we send your commission checks? It could be in your primary inbox or in your junk mail, unfortunately. So get back to the look for that email. Get back to the person who invited you, because we want people to get credit for their signups, right? So definitely, or ask me, and I can see if I can find out who your sponsor should be. If I am your sponsor, then that's trafficleads2income.com. Leave off the VM, trafficleads2income.com. So that's a few little preliminaries there. So the law of reciprocity. Let me start with why my topic was inspired. My topic was inspired because of Antonio. Came into the Telegram group because we have that everywhere. We're sending out in emails. It's in the back office of Traffic Leads to Income VM. It's a pin post. It is a login spotlight ad. It is everywhere. I send out mail to all the members of Traffic Leads to Income VM about Telegram. And I'm going to start doing that on Wednesdays. I just didn't have time this morning, but I'm going to start sending out to all the mailers out there that I'm a part of about our Wednesday night gathering, because we want to get safe list owners. And I should have hit the safe list, the safe list Facebook group that I'm a member of, the viral mailer Facebook group, I should say, because I think that there has to be a higher calling for viral mailer users, for owners. And Antonio came to me, so I said to Antonio, I said, and it's a new mailer. It's got about 100 members and it's growing. So that's pretty good. It's a pretty good start. So I said to Antonio, I really encourage you to upgrade, right? Because you can't really get through our training without that. But I promise you, Antonio, that I will send out to my lists, which I have close to 10,000 people that I can send out his swipe email to, and I will. I just haven't had a chance yet. So Antonio did that, right? And if you looked at my blog that I did today that kind of previewed this meeting, it talks about trust, and every relationship is built on trust. So I went ahead and I joined Antonio's mailer, of course, and I noticed that he had a really good annual gold upgrade level. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna do that. So that's the law. That's one of the first laws of reciprocity. Is, it's quid pro quo without Ukraine, without the Russian scandal, and without all of that. It's the good quid pro quo. It's I do for you, you do for me. That's the definition of that. In business, in some business formats or politics, of course, or in certain avenues, it's not a good thing. But in online business, it's very good. So I think that maybe caught Antonio off guard. So we literally pretty much even Steven. We could have just done everything for free, but we each put money on the table in each other's businesses. And I look forward to really working with Antonio. I look forward to watching his mailer grow and him being a part of the community, and sharing ideas and everything, because there's viral mailers and they're great, but again, there's got to be more. There's got to be a higher business calling. Everybody brings their businesses in. Why can't we treat it like a business? And that's really what we're working on here in the Massive Success team and Traffic Leads to Income VM, is to make this something that anybody in the world can join, understand, and partake in the parts that they want to partake in, and understand advertising, and understand funnels, and understand leads, and understand that $500 commissions are possible with the right product. So, we can sell vitamins, we can sell jump ropes, we can sell dog collars, or we can sell what we've done for all of our years here. We can sell what we do and put a fair price on it, and everybody wins. But you got to believe. I know who believes. I'm like Santa Claus. I know who believes and I know who doesn't. It's real easy to tell, right? I look in groups and I do little tests and little posts and different things. I know who's watching. I know who's not. And it's okay, because everybody has their right to choose what they really are passionate about and what they believe in. But, to succeed in anything, right? You can't do 9 things and water down your efforts across the board. You want to make an all-out commitment. But then you have to ask yourself, okay, if I chose this, or this, and made an all-out commitment, what can it do for me? And I think some of the choices that we make online, there's really not much when it comes to how much we're really going to be able to earn from some of these choices. It may be good stuff. It may be fun. It may be, have some type of reward, but monetarily speaking, it could be very limited. So if that's your goal, which would mean you don't really have an income goal, that's okay. But there are people who say that they would like to replace their incomes. There are people that say they would like enough money to do whatever they want with their life. Well, that takes a little bit of doing. And it takes treating what you do like it's like you're on commission, like you've got no other income, like you got to feed the family based on how you promote to your list, how you interact with your prospects, what actions do you take. If you have that mindset every day, like, I don't eat unless I produce. Selling's not a bad thing. Selling's not a bad word, right? We can make it into that. When I worked in retail, I would remember people, and I was a cashier way back when I was very young, before I managed things and managed stores and whatnot. I'd be happy as a clam with 90 customers in a row, and then I'd turn off to the side to, my coworker, and I would hear them telling a customer, I hate most customers and I despise people, and well, you're not in the right business, and that's your mindset every day. That's your approach, right? So if I were to tell 2 people, I'd like you to contact this prospect, one gets a knot in their stomach and says that they're going to feel like high pressuring them and it's going to be terrible, and the other's going to be like, wow, this is a great opportunity to connect with somebody and share what I'm passionate about and what I'm excited about. So honestly, things that you're probably afraid to mention, talk about, or put forth, you may not believe. You may have something, whether you realize it or not, that's holding you back. So it could be a lack of knowledge. It could be a lack of training. It could be a lack of understanding. It could be a lot of different things. But again, where you put your focus is where you'll see your results. And it's all about your goals and then match it up with what you're focusing on. And you may find you're not looking at the right thing with the right potential. Um, so back to the laws of reciprocity. That was story one about Antonio. Um, so what reciprocity is basically is the fact that, here's something that I'm going to do for you, and maybe here's something that you're going to do for me. So, and as we approach our marketing, what we generally do is we put out there to people, hey, this is great, click the link, come aboard, right? That's all for us. Now for them, we know in our minds there's a lot of benefits, right? So part of what we have to do is give what does it mean? You have to break it down. What's this mean to you? So reciprocity means transparency. Here's what I'm going to get, here's what you're going to get, right? And that's where people have the power to buy when, it's all well and good what happens to you, but tell me what I'm going to get. Share with me what that means to me. And here's some other interesting things. Find out more about your prospects, right? I had a guy contact me one time. He made some kind of handmade signs, right? Hand carved. So, you know what? And the guy sounded sincere, and he led me to a website. And again, he was reverse marketing me, but it was pretty cheap. It was 15 or 20 bucks, and it was something nice that that I thought would be cool for a family member. So I took a stab at it. This was a good many years ago. I took a stab at it, and boy, did that make a big difference for this person. They were much more interested in what I had to say, right? And they eventually came forward into the business, and were very productive, and put a lot into the team. So what does that say? I took a little bit of time to respect somebody's secondary passion or primary passion, but I took time to respect something that was important to them, right? Before I really worried about what was potentially going to help me, even though it was still going to help them. In their mind, that was the first priority. They wanted me to know about this online little thing that they have, right? And I'm not telling you that you have to buy everything from people, but it can go a long way if it's something that's useful and you could do something with and beneficial. It's like giving somebody a hand. It's caring more than just yeah, that sounds good. Now here's what I've got to say. So even just listening though, even listening and taking into account what people do have to offer, and showing that whether you make a purchase or not, that hey, I can maybe pass that on to somebody that I know. I can keep that in mind. I'll make a note of it. I really appreciate you telling me that. This is about know, like, and trust. This is about a kind of a different approach. So this goes also for liking people's stuff on Facebook, right? Curating people's content, putting comments on blogs, doing a lot of things. That's laws of reciprocity, because again, you're giving up yourself. A thoughtful comment, right? A like is good, but nothing's better than a thoughtful comment. And what's a thoughtful comment? Something that means you actually read. How many people actually read the content in all these blogs that we see on a daily basis? How many people actually care and read the content? That's why you do want to have engaging content, original content. I talk about that all the time. Original content that you just came up with, and you run with it. And if it's great, it's great. If it stinks, it stinks. But hey, it's you. And I think that's what people are looking for. They're looking to engage. They're looking to reciprocate with people who are real and genuine. And there's just something there. Remove the veil, remove the block, be who you are. I suffered for years about hey, Joan, I suffered for years about being anonymous online. My wife was always very concerned. Protect me, protect the kids, don't show family pictures, right? And I think for the most part, I respected that. And then years went by, and my, Facebook was blur. The business and the personal were blurring a lot of times. But I think the more you show of yourself that you're a real person, I think that's what people want. But take the time to find out about your prospects. Take the time to like their content or like their Facebook posts or put thoughtful comments in different places, and give their business a look and give their whatever is something that could help them. Give it consideration, because if you do for somebody, you'd be surprised that they could do for you 10 or 15 times fold, because it's a really interesting equation. It's a game changer when you come off as somebody different than what everybody else is. The norm of a marketer is we're all in it for ourselves, right? We're all in it for ourselves. So keep that in mind in your content. Keep that in mind in your conversations, in your communications with your prospects and with your list and with your team. And go a little deeper into the Twitters and the Facebooks and the CTP talks and the contact list builder learning blog and whatever places that you're at. Go a little deeper and be genuine with people, and I think you'll find you'll get that back for sure. And that takes a little bit of extra time. You have to plan for that, and it's part of recruiting. So I'll say a dirty word tonight, the R word, recruiting. You could say that means there's ulterior motives and whatnot. Well, I think everybody understands. Everybody's got something going on, but be transparent. It's okay. We don't have to apologize for it. But we all have things that we're trying to achieve. But, the law of reciprocity teaches that, show genuine interest. Really take the time to really look at something. And if you don't like it, then don't engage. But if you have some thoughts of positivity about it, definitely do that and be genuine. And if it leads you to buy something from somebody, great. Don't get mad if they don't return the favor to you. Now, one of the bad things of business is the old, I'll join you join my business and upgrade, and I'll join your business and upgrade. But it's not done with a spirit of trust and reciprocity. It's just done as a transaction. So I'm going to join your business and probably do nothing, and you're going to join my business and probably do nothing. So that's a stalemate. But in my story about Antonio, I plan on going out there promoting. I'm excited about getting 50% commissions. So many of you are on my list. Join the Ethereum mailer when you see that email come through. That would be nice, because I'm not going to put it in the downline builder right now. I'm going to allow this just to kind of be just a thing that we kind of came up with, and we talked about it on Facebook, and I hit the list like I promised him, and all of that. So reciprocity, right? A lot of different forms this takes. How about in our personal lives? It's the same thing. I really didn't want to, somebody asked me to take their garbage out or whatever, and I didn't really want to, but you know what? I'm going to do it. And not because I may get something in return, because it's the right thing to do. And coincidentally, odds are that will come back to help you down the road. It's just this is a fine line that I'm talking right now on this topic, because, it's so easy to fall into, I'm going to do it only because, damn it, they better give me something in return. You have to do it and not expect anything in return. You can think, be nice, but it's fine, right? So it's really kind of the right on the line. It's the fine, correct way to look at things. So that can be your personal life, that can be your online business, that can be offline business. And don't mistake it for like, well, I'm going to give everybody a free ebook. Okay, but that may not be anything that they really want. What do they want? What will help them? And again, until we connect and engage with people, how do we ever find out really what they want, right? Again, we say no, like, and trust. Well, that's just all this stuff that we're throwing at them. Oh, it's very nice, and it's not talking about selling, and it's not high pressure, and but they still may not care, right? So how do we find out? What if we emailed somebody and says, tell me what you're looking for? Well, how can I help you? But better yet, pick up the phone and call somebody and say, how can I help you? Well, can you buy this plaque that I build? It's $10. It could really help me and my family. You make that decision whether you want to do that or not, right? You make that decision. But, you know, it's a fair question to ask. It's a fair way to market. It's a fair way to do things, is to really show that you care about people, asking them, what do you want? What are you looking for? Now, you can't do everything for everybody, right? And, you know, if you see somebody on the other end of the fence that's not being genuine, and that's not a good deal. It's got to be trust. Relationships are built on trust. But we got to start talking to people. We have to start connecting. We have to start engaging. It's all the previous topics that have built it tonight. And the law of reciprocity still brings in engagement, still brings in, you know, the fact that we do need to look at something in the way it used to be. And I read a lot of marketing materials, and so many people lament about everybody's short attention span nowadays. Nobody takes the time to want to learn anything. Nobody takes the time to really engage with people. But everybody wants success, but nobody's getting it. So just because we're in a technologically advanced world doesn't mean that we still can't use some old school techniques. Dale Carnegie wrote a book back in 1903, and I just recently found out that that's how old that book was, right? About how to win friends and influence people. And, you know, you may say that's stupid, and you may say that that's not really going to help me. But even something like that, the ideas from 1902, 1905, 1895, 1925, whatever, if you follow some of the things that successful people have done and written, even going back a long, long time ago, you know, like 100 years, you'll find some success. And I guarantee you, they will talk about the law of reciprocity. I guarantee you, they will talk about engagement. I guarantee you, they will talk about actually asking people about themselves, their family, you know, being a little bit more personal, being more than just your person is trying to get a buck from somebody, right? So, but at the end of the day, you know, what we do have to offer, what we do have to sell has to be good and of value. But we just need to we need to win people's trust and build relationships so people actually really look at what we do. Because now we're going to talk about MSF. If people actually looked at what we did with MSF 500 without like not looking at it, right? Oh, it has a cost. I'm not going to look at it. Oh, I'm going to shield my eyes. Everything's got to be free, right? You know, well, everything doesn't have to be free. And if you treat your internet business like McDonald's treats their franchise, like a Chick-fil-A treats their franchise, like name me any business out there in the world. You don't walk in and say, I want this for free, and see you later. It doesn't work like that, right? So MSF 500, you can get that a couple ways. Easy way would be to use my name, robgearing.com/MMS. That's where we talk about the massive success funnel, MSF 500. It's a treasure trove of what you're going to get. It gives you, and you've got to be a Trafficleads2incomeVM member, okay? What's the first thing that you get? You get a built for you funnel. All you do is punch in codes, and it's constructed for you. It's a winning formula. We've tested it in paid traffic, and it converts to a 30% level. That's pretty good, right? So done for you funnel, done for you emails, right? Done for you thank you page, points to Trafficleads2incomeVM, points to our Telegram group, which is kind of innovative. So we're taking live prospects and putting them into a chat group with a adjoining conference room where talks could be had and screen shares could be done, and all of that. What else do we have? Well, you get advertising. You get to be part of our traffic co-op, which is amazing, right? And like Billy tonight came in So wouldn't everybody dream about, hey, I'm running paid traffic and now I have somebody into a meeting, into a welcome meeting, into a new person's meeting. And Billy, I gave you that link. I would definitely take a good look at that MSF 500 package. It's the best upgrade that I ever have given just for the Traffic Leads to Income VM program. But then all the other stuff is new. The whole funnel, the emails, the paid traffic, in the community that you'll be entering people into, and they will say yes because we're building relationships, and they will make the purchase of MSF 500, and you will make a $500 commission. So everything beautifully synchronizes. But again, it goes back to what we said in the beginning. Do we really believe? Do you believe or do you not believe? So I'm only as good as having believers, right? And I'm not a televangelist, and I'm not a snake oil salesman. And you can ask anybody who's running our paid traffic what their results are. What we're honing in on, what we're really focusing on is it's the Star Trek final voyage. We've got everything. We're now to the final, really literally closing sales and helping people close sales. But we still haven't all gone all in. We still haven't all made that commitment that we believe in. We're going to follow the principles, and we're going to do what's required, and we're going to connect with people. Because you can come here tonight and you can say, yeah, that sounded really good. That was really good. And then tomorrow you get a lead and you don't do anything with it because you're afraid that you would be putting too much pressure on them, when they in fact filled out a form asking you for more information and they gave you their phone number. So I say that that's really where, if I'm the guy that filled out the form, I'm a little ticked. Where's my information? Well, did they expect me to just read an email? Are you kidding me? I gave them my phone number and they never called. And you know what? I had my credit card. I wish I had my wallet on here. I would use a visual aid, but here, I wish they would have called me because I had the credit card right here, right? I was all ready to go. I'm really looking to invest in a business. I really believe you have to pay for things that are worthwhile in life. But you know what? I'll go with somebody else who will show themselves, who has the courage to put themselves out there, who has the willingness to connect with me and teach me and help me and support me through thick and thin till death do us part. That's who I'm going to put my money into. Not the other 95% who won't do it, but I'm looking for the 5%. So you know why the 5% are the 5%? Because the 5% do what I just said, right? That's why they are the 5%. That's why the people with the credit cards invest in the 5%, and the 5%, in some cases, either keep their secrets or have the willingness to come out, say on a Wednesday night, and say, this is what I have done, we have done, has been done. And people say, yeah, that sounds really good. Maybe I'll start calling people next month. Maybe I'll start connecting and engaging, next year. Let me wait till New Year's Day. That's always good. 2021, right? Put that on my list of resolutions that I'll never do. So that's it. That's the preaching. This is the point where usually your viewers go, but it's just being honest. I would rather lose viewers with honesty than to tell you that you don't have to do anything that's hard, right? What did John F. Kennedy say back in, what was it, 61, 62? Man doesn't do what's easy. We do what's hard. Putting a man on the moon is hard. We could say we're not doing it because it's hard, but easy doesn't cut it. Now, this is an exact quote of what he said, but success is hard. Putting a man on the moon is hard. We do in life, if we want to really make it and succeed, we do what's hard because we know what? We come out on the other side much stronger. That concludes investing in ourselves, investing in our business, and moving things forward, having courage, accepting relationships, building relationships, coming to work every day, and continuing a different way of doing things. And that's it. So now it's time to draw. So let's see. So I'm going to give away $5 on a poll, but I'm only going to give it to people who are still here. right? So if you are still here, tell me that you are by typing a letter, the letter Y. The letter Y. And those will be our entries. Typing the letter Y. And I will wait to get all my Ys. How many Ys do we have? Who's the first Y? Michael Lipsy. All right, so Mike L. has an entry. Who else? Gail. That's 2. You can also tell me in Telegram, because I always hear, oh, I wasn't able to type. I wanted to tell you, but I wasn't able to. So I have my Telegram open. Type a Y in any of my groups. Mike Dell. Or I'm Rob Gearing in Telegram. That's real easy. Simon. It says I have 5 viewers. Would that include myself? Because that would be it then. I don't know if that includes me. So I'll give it a second. I'll give it a second for anybody else to come forward. I'm not seeing anything in Telegram from anybody else. People did unfortunately drop. You got to watch it to the end. You got to watch it to the end. Billy, did you leave? Oh no. So we got to get back with Billy. Okay. I don't have anything else in Telegram. Let me give it one more second. Okay. All right. That's it. So okay, so I need a number from 1 to 4. First person who gives it to me, then I'll see who the winner is. And if you give the number, then that would be fine too. You can draw your own number because you don't know. So I need a number from 1 to 4. 1 to 4. 1 to 4. 1 to 4. 2. Mike, you drew yourself, and here's the proof on the envelope, on the State Farm envelope. Mike L was a 2. Okay, fair enough. Okay, he was the first one in. So I'll just need your Uphold email address. If you don't have an Uphold account, I would set one up, Mike. You can just go to uphold.com, I believe, uphold.com, and get yourself an account, because it's a nice thing, and there's different there are different businesses like me, like John Olson, like Janet Legier, that pay commissions using Uphold. So, and it's really cool. So like I could send you $5 and you could take that money and you could put it into Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever. Okay, so just private message me that information, and I think I have about enough. I do have. I have to always be funding my Uphold account. I don't get money in there naturally, but I got $10 in there, so I'll be able to send you 5, Mike. I'll send it to you in US dollars, and then you can do whatever you want with it. I make a lot of money into Uphold through the Brave browser. So if you've ever checked out the Brave browser, that's cool. You can earn BAT. So I earn BAT by just looking at ads in Brave browser. All right, good stuff. Hopefully you found it useful. I think we had some people that we were hoping would come tonight that didn't, but they'll have the recording. So don't be disheartened. Don't be discouraged. Send them the recording. Call them and say, did you watch the recording? Because you have to be tenacious. You have to be not unrelenting, but pretty close to it. You have to be on it every day. You have to be on it every day of the week. because that's what we do. People are looking for a coach, and coaches help people and move them forward. It's a different mindset. It's a leadership role. Leaders, do you want to be a leader or do you want to be a follower? Leaders, it's not an easy road, trust me. It's like, do you want to be an associate or do you want to be a manager? Do you want to be, do you want to be a voter or do you want to be a politician? Leadership is fun and exciting, but it has a price. But I think that the pros outweigh the cons every day. So be a leader, step up, and the worst you can do is make a mistake. And I think you'll find that there's really not too many mistakes you can really make that are that big of a deal in any of this stuff that we do. So good stuff. Thank you for watching, and you guys have a massive rest of the week, and we'll see you in the Telegram groups and all over the place on the World Wide Web. Thank you very much. To your massive success. Good night.